This is an attack against the First Amendment, and we're going to litigate it all the way to an appeals court if we need.
Is that on the record, James, what you're saying, or?
Yeah, I just gave you all the reasons why.
Sure, okay. Just wanted to make sure that was all quotable.
Yes. So we got a message from an Associated Press reporter that's claiming that this guy, Jamie Menina, is filing a lawsuit against me, trying to make it seem like I portrayed him in a false light. We are simply quoting him.
What's your overall assessment of Trump?
He's a sociopathic narcissist who is only interested in advancing his name, his wealth, and his fame. I'm in conversation with a couple of retired generals to try to explore what we can do.
Now, in this lawsuit, one of the counts is defamation by implication, is what they're arguing, that we made a defamation by implication. Defendants falsely state or imply in the videos, but we just quoted this man and reported the words that came out of his mouth. Okay, this is another thing written in this lawsuit. This is that we portrayed Menina in a false light. Now, usually in a lawsuit, there's defamation or there's false light. They're throwing both of these things in here, and usually a federal judge will dismiss one of these. You have to choose one. This is according to New York Times versus Sullivan, a lot of the case law. Fraudulent misrepresentation, usually this happens in some type of economic transaction where goods and services are provided. There is no fraudulent misrepresentation in Washington, D.C. because this guy was talking at a restaurant and was recorded. There literally is nothing in the case law to reflect there being any fraudulent misrepresentation at all. Count 4, conspiracy to do the thing that we didn't do. That's self-evident. They're trying to claim there was a conspiracy to commit fraudulent misrepresentation. There's nothing in any case law or any cases about people, reporters, reporting what people say in public places and talking to the newsroom about recording people, what they say in public places. That's just not a thing and doesn't exist in any case law. Next count, wiretapping. This one's crazy. Washington, D.C. is a one-party consent jurisdiction. It is a one-party consent jurisdiction. And therefore, there's nothing unlawful about recording someone that you're talking to. Recording someone that you're talking to is one-party consent. It's the same thing. I could write it down with a pencil and paper, but we record. It's perfectly legal. It's federal law to be able to record someone that you're speaking with. So that count doesn't make any sense. I'm going to call the Associated Press reporter right now and see what's going on.
This is Eric.
Hey, Eric. James O'Keefe again.
Hi.
Yeah, I glanced at the complaint, so I'm going to try to talk to you about some of this before I review it more thoroughly, because I know you're about to run your piece. But so first, as a reporter, and I hope the Associated Press agrees, that wiretapping, federal law is one-party consent. And in D.C., you can freely record a conversation you are a party to. It's legal for you as a reporter to record or report what I'm telling you, as long as one of us know we're being spoken to.
Sure.
And further, in terms of the selective editing crap, we stand by our reporting. He said what he said. We did not take him out of context. The words that we're reporting came out of his mouth.
In conversation with a couple of retired generals to try to explore what we can do.
I've been sued a lot in my life. I went to jury verdict in a case with Shirley Teeter. I won on directed verdict. The FBI raided my newsroom and eventually dropped the case. So we're used to this, but this is an attack against the First Amendment, and we're going to litigate it all the way to an appeals court if we need.
Is that on the record, James, what you're saying, or?
Yeah, I just gave you all the reasons why.
Sure, okay. Just wanted to make sure that was all quotable.
Yes. Okay, this is all signed. Attorneys for plaintiff, Mark Zaid, Bradley Moss, Geoffrey DeWeese, Washington, D.C. Whether or not any of this is legitimate, it doesn't matter, because the process is the punishment. I've been sued dozens of times. It's all about paying lawyers. This is designed to hurt me because it costs money to defend myself. That's all it's about. It's quite effective. That's why nobody does what we do here at O'Keefe Media Group, and founder of Project Veritas. People don't do what I do because it's very expensive. and it's not profitable. But as you can see here, our slogan at Citizen Journalism Foundation is "My price is my life." We stand by our reporting. We will litigate this all the way to the United States Supreme Court. If the process is the punishment and there's no fairness in the process, then we'll just never give up. And we're counting on you to have our back. And if you are an attorney who actually gives a damn about the First Amendment more than you do money, reach out to us, email us, tips@o'keefemediagroup.com, fill out an application to work for us in our legal department. You can fight for the First Amendment and fight for the rights of investigative journalists. Stay tuned.